$100,000.
New at 5, a Hofstra University student is suing the U.S. Army, claiming it doesn't like the way he looks and is forcing him to make a deeply personal decision. CBS 2's Jennifer Mclogan explains.
Queens native Ignor Singh is a 19-year-old college sophomore fluent in 4 languages whose lifelong dream is becoming a military intelligence officer as a thank you to his nation.
The sacrifices our founding fathers made and, the freedom of religion that they fought so hard for.
Singh claims the U.S. Army won't allow him to join the ROTC unit, Reserve Officer Training Corps, on his Hofstra campus unless he shaves his head, cuts his hair, and removes his turban.
The U.S. Army was asking me to choose between my faith and my country, which I was born and raised into.
The American Civil Liberties Union has filed a federal lawsuit in Washington arguing that as a Sikh, Singh's religious rights of expression are being violated. Sikhism requires its male followers to grow their hair and beards long and cover their heads with a turban.
Fighting to serve my country. So it hurts.
The U.S. Army won't comment on Singh's lawsuit, but explains grooming regulations are in place to ensure safety and readiness of soldiers and their units. Exceptions are granted on a case-by-case basis. Singh says the U.S. Army told him he could take ROTC classes at Hofstra, but would be barred from becoming a full cadet because the turban and hair might undermine readiness, unit cohesion, health, safety, and discipline on the battlefield.
I do love this country, and you have to fight for it.
Hofstra says its hands are tied. Hofstra University entirely supports Mr. Singh's ambitions. We are providing him leadership training to the extent that the U.S. Army has allowed.
I want to be part of that brotherhood. I want to, serve my nation.
Singh says he knows several Sikh soldiers serving in the U.S. Army who tell him they have no problem getting helmets on and a seal on their gas masks while wearing turbans. From Hofstra University, Jennifer Mclogan, CBS 2 News.
And the ROTC trains college students to become future officers in the armed forces. In exchange for a paid college education, the cadets commit to serve after graduation. Now, as you might imagine, hundreds have commented on the story on our Facebook page. Stephanie writes, rules are rules. Why do people suddenly think they're exceptions? Don't like it, don't join. Allison disagrees, saying, quote, there is no reason this ROTC cadet should be asked to violate his faith in order to serve his country. This is America, and all religions are welcome here. And Kathy adds he is subject to the same rules as everyone else and needs to make a choice. Life is about choices, and we cannot always have everything we want. We want to hear what you think. Join the conversation at facebook.com/CBS New York.